welcome on in to SBD Mews, our brand new movie news segment. If you can't tell, movie news, Mews. Get it?
Clever, we know.
It has been a good week. A lot of stuff happened last week. Not as much to report on this week, but I scrounged up what I could, and we're going to just knock some of these off for you so you don't have to go read your own news. You can just come here.
Give me all the news nuggets. Let's hear them.
We will first segue from a couple of things we touched on last week because there have been some developments. Last week, we saw some early screenings and reviews for The Little Mermaid. This week, it's confirmed. That movie is making waves.
Wow, how long have you been sitting on that?
Since I wrote it. I also did read for Little Mermaid, though, which is interesting, that they made a number of changes to the source material and the plot.
The plot?
I don't know how many a number of changes means. That could literally be 2. I think that's what that's what these remakes need to do, because if we learned anything from Lion King, you goofed.
It's crazy to me that Lion King actually it holds a spot in the top 10 billion-dollar movie market.
Yeah. Well, at one point it just became everybody wanted to see how bad it was. Moving on, another person we talked about last week, gonna touch on this really quickly. Ain't No Rest for the Wicked with Martin Scorsese. Killers of the Flower Moon is not even out yet, and he has already announced his next movie after meeting with the Pope. He sat with the Pope and had a long conversation and has now announced that his next movie will be about Jesus Christ.
What? Okay, I have so many questions. Why was he meeting with the Pope? Did the Pope call the meeting? They would have. It can't be Martin Scorsese called the Pope over and said, "You gotta talk to me."
I'd like to talk to that Pope guy. You know, I don't know what Martin Scorsese sounds like.
And then, is he gonna use the Pope as a reference for this Jesus film? Imagine Joe Pesci as Jesus?
Yeah, please. That's all we know so far. I don't know what it's going to be about. I don't know what route he's going to go, but it's certainly an interesting announcement.
I hope it's a modern day retelling.
Really though? Really though?
I do. I hope he shakes shit up, man.
And just before we move on from that news, just to touch on it, Killers of the Flower Moon has started getting early reviews, and it is sitting at a 9.8 on IMDb. That will naturally drop, obviously, but I've never seen a movie, even in early reviews, be that high.
Can a man be that good at his craft? I guess.
Moving on, didn't save the sad news for last this week. The absolute rock star and feminist icon that was Tina Turner passed away a few days ago. I can't say her catalog is something I've ever dived into too deeply, but it is objectively a big loss on the world and the music industry. She had been struggling with intestinal cancer for years, apparently the better half of a decade, and it caught up to her at 83 years old, and she passed away 5 days ago as of this recording.
That's a long life, and that's a long, successful life.
The woman, like I said, I don't know her too well, but I know she was fucking cool.
Yeah, I've heard really good stories, and from not just from fans, but from other celebrities who just wanted to hang out with her all the time. I didn't really listen much to her music, but when one of her songs came on, and I knew it was Tina Turner, sort of thing. So
what's love got to do with it?
Yeah, so whether or not you like it, she made a mark on your life.
Going for the musical duet, Derek just is not gonna happen.
I didn't know what the rest of the words were.
What's love but a second-hand emotion? I've divin into her catalog a little more than you.
Yeah.
Pixar's Elemental is getting very good early reviews.
What?
It is receiving a ton of praise after its first few screenings. It received a 5-minute standing ovation, which we know doesn't mean much these days, but still kind of impressive for a movie that I don't think anybody has very high hopes for.
Who's standing and clapping for a Pixar movie nowadays?
Hey, don't talk before you walk to the theater and see it.
That's what we do here.
I'm just trying to rhyme.
Sacrifices logic for rhyming.
Sometimes. However, what is interesting, and I was hoping they weren't going to go this route with the movie, they are calling it an unconventional rom-com, which I didn't really want to see the elements of fire and water falling in love. But at the same time, I don't think it's anything Pixar's ever touched like a rom-com. I can't think of anything.
WALL-E was kind of a rom-com.
You know what? You're absolutely right. And I can't imagine this is going to be better than WALL-E. So
it was unconventional too. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know about this. The only way I'm going to be satisfied is by the end they make little molten lava rock babies.
But we have to see it happen.
Full frontal.
It wouldn't be pornographic. It could still be rated G because it's just science.
Yeah, you just see like the elements. That's the name of the movie. The elements coming together and just coming together.
Oh my goodness. All right, moving on.
That's the short that's going to be played in front.
The Wickiverse is coming. That's what I'm calling it. So on top of the upcoming continental spin-off of John Wick 5 was announced, as well as another spin-off titled The Ballerina, as well as another untitled spin-off.
Okay, I knew The Ballerina was happening. That's a really cool storyline that they can explore, a cool world. I'm not going to say very upset. I'm a little peeved that they're doing a John Wick 5. I just watched John Wick 4, and it is a wonderful conclusion to the series, to the franchise.
They're pulling a Toy Story 4 or Scrubs Season 9.
Yeah, I think they might, and I haven't heard of this other spin-off.
It just said that all I got was another unnamed, there's no info on it, but it's been announced. I get it. People love John Wick, and everything and anything can be a universe these days, but, just slow your ropes. Why do you need to announce your next 3 projects? One at a time, guys.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy to me. There's a character in John Wick 4 that I'd like to see get his own movie.
Could be.
They ended it so well, man.
It's a shame when that happens, trust me. I will never forget or forgive Bill Lawrence for Scrubs Season 9. I just won't. Toy Story 4 at least came out and was good. It shouldn't have ever happened and we didn't need it, but it at least was good.
Yeah,
Scrubs
that's
Season
true.
9 was a train wreck.
I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Me too. Moving on, Quentin Tarantino has come out and said that we are all misinformed and his last film will very likely not be Kill Bill Volume 3, but will be a movie about a porno magazine in the 70s.
I read this. Can I expand a little bit?
Right after I say, hopefully we can get a happy ending to Tarantino's career.
Nice. The article that I read went into a little bit more detail about what his movie is going to be about. And it's going to be about a movie critic, a movie reviewer who specifically reviews porno movies in the 70s. And he's not very famous, but wants to be a famous movie critic. But he's reviewing porno movies.
What do you think the odds are that he fetishizes as his feet?
I would say 10 out of 10 toes.
Okay. We're funny here. 10 ultimate news of the night. A brand new trailer for the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem comes out tomorrow, or today is when this airs, but we're filming yesterday.
This doesn't come out till next Monday.
This news comes out tomorrow, you silly goofball.
Oh, right. I forgot what we were filming. I'm going to cut that out.
I'm editing this, you silly goofball.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for derailing this whole thing.
We can't quite give a review because we haven't seen the trailer yet, but I know Derek and I are both very excited about this, and I trust the Ninja Turtles in Seth Rogen's hands. Seth Rogen's a little bit too much sometimes, but I think this is extremely in his wheelhouse, so I'm looking forward to this.
Guess what?
What?
You're the goofball now. I watched that trailer yesterday.
Uh-oh.
How does it feel?
Okay, so I was incorrect. That trailer is already out. I was scrolling through IMDb News, and I guess I got to 3 days ago without realizing it, and the article just said trailer tomorrow, and my brain was like, that's tomorrow for present day Brody, not past Brody. Stupid idiot. Derek, 10 words or less. What did the trailer look like?
Animation. I can speak in sentences, right? Pretty much same what we've seen.
Oh, that's kind of, all right. Either way, I'm very excited. I'll watch all the Ninja Turtles content forever.
Yeah, me too.
And lastly, Ted Lasso, which has been credited by many folks to be like the best comedy series of the modern era, comes to an end today. It is an unofficial series finale. Nobody has announced that this is the end, but Jason Sudeikis had said this is the end of Ted Lasso, which could be the character, could be the show. It's very ambiguous what the future of this show is going to be. I have multiple ideas for spin-offs. I love this show and would follow most of these characters anywhere. Bill Lawrence is changing the game with again, modern day comedy TV between this and Shrinking. So I have a feeling this legacy will move forward, but I am devastated. I love a good series finale, but I just feel like this is too soon. 3 seasons? Come on.
How do you feel about a guy who's going forward and changing the realm of modern day comedy, and yet you still don't fully trust him because of Scrubs season 9?
I said I'll never forgive him. Let's say someone cheats on you, so you break up with them, and then 2 years later you're friends again, but you'll never really. You're always that's always there, you know.
Right.
That's
right.
That's my.
But now they're giving you the best friendship you've ever had.
But they still cheated on me that one time. That has been SBD Mews this week. Thank you all for hanging out. If you liked what you saw, drop a follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us if we missed anything. All those goodies. And tune in on Monday for our finale of May I Have This Dance, which was our theme for May.
Yes.
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 Yeah. Alrighty. See you Monday.
Love you, bro.
See you next Wednesday. Watch all of our shorts. We're so funny, and you're missing out. I love you too, Derek.
Pinch your grandmas.
Pinch your grandmas. Bye. Dove. Divin.